Hello again, everyone. It's nice to see you again. This is Aluminum Tarot. We're going to do the readings for the watch signs for today. We're starting off with Cancer, and we're going to cover love and romance. We're going to just get a quick snapshot into what's taken place with your life in the love department. And it's just going to be quite simple one, not too much detail. I'm just experimenting with a few kinds of spreads right now. And this is it for this week, so we're going to give it a shot. As always, thanks so much. I appreciate your time and attention joining me here for these readings. If you like what you see here, please be sure to give a like, share, and subscribe. Please also ding the notification bell so that you can always catch the latest updates. And if you would like to reach out to me for a personal reading, feel free to do so. The information is provided in the description box below, where I can give you a reading that is attuned to your personal energies and that will resonate with you even stronger than the general readings themselves. That said, we're going to pop right into this. We're going to go to Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Going to get a quick snapshot on the energies between you and the person of the most significant relationship in your life. Romantically. And from there, we'll just talk a little bit about what we see and the likely outcome for the rest of May. So let's go ahead and get started. All right. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Romance. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. May 2024, love and romance. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Just 4. All right, let's begin. Shared energy. Oh, it's coming out. Clarify, shared energy. 6 cups, reverse. Thumb don't want to stay on. Sorry about that. Clarify, 6 cups, reverse. Right. Cancer's thoughts. All right. Cancer's person's thoughts. Okay, Cancer's feelings. Sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied yet. Cancer's feelings. All right. Cancer's person's feelings. Okay. Cancer's outward actions. Cancer's person's outward actions. All right. So outcome for May 2024. And advice. Advice. All right, so we have here, bottom of the deck, we have the 6 of Swords. As always, this indicates a relationship where people are moving on. In this particular reading, people are moving on from painful experiences normally brought about by the 5 of Swords, which is conflict, agitation, and trying to win at all costs. Normally they are mind games as well. And it's not a very happy or pleasant energy to be in, of course, but that is the nature that brings out the Six of Swords, which is moving on to calmer waters. And as you can see, this person is the ferryman. So it indicates other people stepping in and helping out the people who are actually taking the trip over. And the Six Swords here, the way I like to interpret it is we have the Two of Swords and then the Four of Swords. So it's being stuck kind of in a situation where you would need to reflect on the heartbreak that was caused in the past. And those waters, you always have the expression, water under the bridge, or we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. That's normally what's indicated in the Five of Cups. But with this specifically, this indicates using support systems that are available, services that are available to help you make that transition. Counseling, psychotherapy, friends that you can chat with at the pub, anything, anyone that's going to help you to move on. So we start here in our reading by looking at the Six of Cups in the reverse and the Nine of Swords. So this was a very painful ending that has left bitterness between both the Cancer and their person. And it is a specifically dramatic situation because this Nine of Swords is in the upright, and what it indicates is a person that is losing sleep over the issue. Probably have had a few bouts of insomnia. They've cried when no one was looking. And with the Six of Cups in the reverse, that means that they have reflected on this. They've reflected on this relationship in a very negative or poor light. What caused the breakup between the two people here? Of course. So that was expected. Someone in the relationship decided to be a player, mind game player, manipulator. They came in for the cheeks, they left for the party. And we can see this person leaving the Two of Swords here and stealing the Five of Swords, meaning that they take away the person's ability to fight, leaving them in indecision and also taking it away from this military encampment from an enemy fort. And you can see the people running towards him that have spotted him and have tried to find out where he's going off of their artillery. But this is an indicator of someone who's thinking strategically in this or being very underhanded in their actions. So with the Two of Cards like this is the clearest indicator that somebody got their cheeks clapped and was left with nothing but heartache after the fact. Probably shouldn't use that word, cheeks. I don't know. YouTube might go after me on that one too. Anyways, Cancer, back to you. We're going to look at this. Firstly, we have the World card. I'm not going to bring that card to the forefront because, of course, YouTube's algorithms equate animated nudity with any kind of, violation, which is strangely enough odd because they've got all sorts of other stuff on YouTube anyway. That said, we're going to go look into the World. The World is your thoughts. You know that this is dead, done, and over with. You have the Queen of Swords in the reverse as well. So you know it's dead, done, and over with because you said so. And that is normally a woman that is very scorned or a feminine energy in general. The person in question here, the Cancer that I'm speaking about, has felt quite bitter feelings of anger and resentment and hostility and has said, I'm closing this out, done and over with. I do not want to deal with this person anymore. I'm not going to compete for this person's attention or affection. I'm just going to let it go. And in doing so, you've actually leveled up because the World card, even though it's got, the 4 fixed signs, you have the Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, and what's the other one? Yeah, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, and Leo. So, had a brain fart at that moment. But yeah, looking at that indicates like the fixed points of the zodiac and the highest, it's kind of like the most intense manifestation of all the elements. So for you, it's kind of like having those 4 supporting you. Number fours can indicate a kind of stability that we see in the Four of Wands, or in the Four of Pentacles, or in the Four of Four of Cups and the Four of Swords to a different extent. But in doing so, you have made it clear that you're not going to participate in this relationship. You have cut this person out, probably angrily, and you have decided to take your power back. Whereas the person that you're thinking about is in King of Cups in reverse mode, Wheel of Fortune, and the Star reverse. So in saying that, you have the World reverse, and we're going to talk about nudity. We're just going to bring it up because we are adults. With the World, we have a nude woman. With the Star, we have a nude woman. That represents vulnerability and openness to the universe. It doesn't necessarily indicate, snickering and dumb shit, like that. I don't want to say too much about it. But it's a very powerful symbol in the tarot. It basically shows that you have been open to the universe and its will. Well, with the World, that's a level up. With the Star reversed, it's kind of a feeling of hopelessness. And with the King of Cups in the reverse, this is a person who's emotionally cut off, distraught, or not able to hold their emotions together. Wheel of Fortune, they want things to come back to best with this, but they're feeling hopeless about it in general. That's their thoughts. So I see this person in kind of a revolving door thinking pattern, like a boot loop. When you try to start a computer that's got a bit of a problem and it goes into a boot loop, it starts up, shuts down, starts up, shuts down. I see that with this person because for some reason, I think that they constantly think about the Cancer in question. And that creates that kind of mental boot loop and fog that they have been dealing with for the past, time since the separation has occurred. Now, in the feelings part, we have for Cancer, we have the Nine of Pentacles. That means that you feel like you just want to be single. You don't feel like bothering about with anyone else. You don't want to participate in romance right now at this point. You can do bad all by yourself. That's basically what they normally say these days. And the reason for that, evidencing this is you don't want to wait for any relationships or any romance. You feel that you've taken and wasted way too much time doing that. And every time you deal with people, you tend to attract narcissistic, people who just don't have your best interest at heart. And oftentimes that leads to your heartbreak. So you've kind of been through the ringer, and that's actually evident in your advice, which I'll get to a bit later on, which is the Nine of Wands. With your person, they have the High Priestess, they have the Lovers, and then the Page of Pentacles. So your person is responding in a place of pain and a lack of engagement with this situation here. With the High Priestess, they simply fail to listen to their intuition about this situation. With the Lovers, they also have chosen to detach from it. And with the Page of Pentacles, that indicates that they're going to friend zone you or just refuse to communicate with you. And any kind of communication will be little to none at all. And it will be very dry and pragmatic. This is not the kind of communication that you want to have with someone. They themselves could feel friend-zoned as well. If this was directed towards the person in question, they could feel like, it's being revealed that you have severed ties with them and that you have placed them in a position where they're unable to communicate on a deep level with you. This is as dull of communication as it gets with the Page of Pentacles. You may as well just say nothing at all, really. So finally, we have in your outward actions, you have the Sun, you have the Knight of Pentacles reverse, and the Six of Wands, which is a good card as well. So with the Sun, you feel that you know everything you need to know. This is a card of revelation. This is a card of understanding the situation for what it is. And it's a card of being content and happy and knowing that. Especially with the Knight of Pentacles beside it, because that shows that what you're doing now after you've chosen to detach from this, you are basically bringing the relationship to a halt and you don't want to participate in it anymore. However, you are, in some ways, because this card is looking at that card, in some ways it feels like you feel happy and proud knowing that you could do that. Maybe because of the other people in the past, where you felt that they did not give you the time of day, they did not reciprocate emotions, they did not give you, they did not show the affection that they needed to for the relationship. You may have entertained it in the past, but now you've gotten past that Five of Wands, that difficult period of strife, and now you're in the Six of Wands, which is coming back from the battle, feeling victorious that you shut it down. That's where that happiness is coming from. That's why I see that on the two, on both sides of this Knight of Pentacles. That's very interesting, the way that's come up. Now with your person, it's a different story. Your person, how do I say this? So these three cards here, the way I would read this, they want a new start, they want to reconcile, and they're tired of thinking about it. They may also not be sure if it's worth reconciling or having a new start, but I think more so they're tired of waiting, because it would actually play more into the cards that we see here. Your person may struggle with deciding on what they want to do when they are confronted with emotional situations. This may not be the type of person that struggles to do work or struggles to, earn high marks in school or things like that. But when it comes to matters of the heart, they fall apart when they have to deal with this. And I find that with people like this, they're not really good people to have in your life when it comes to being in a relationship, because you need someone who's steadfast and who is emotionally stable. You need a King of Cups in the upright who can handle the chaos and ride the waves of life, and not someone who's going to fall apart and run away every single time they're confronted with issues. I think that generally speaking, you have made the right choice, Cancer, by not engaging in this. But one thing I would caution about this is that if you do still carry any kind of negative feelings regarding your person, what I would say is to just kind of let go of that disgruntledness, and also any kind of pain or heartache that's come about from, the aftermath of this relationship. Because this person clearly was a player. They they had only the intention of coming in here and getting what they wanted and then leaving. So in the end, the outcome of this is the Eight of Swords, the Seven of Wands, sorry, the Seven of Cups in the reverse, and then the Eight of Wands. And so with this, I think you went through a period where it felt really difficult for you to get rid of them. They were lingering in your mind, in your heart. But now you're kind of dispelling a lot of the fog that has, enshrouded your thinking and your feelings over the last few months. Maybe it could have been a year. But normally with cups, you have months. So it's like 7 months or so where it really hurt. But generally speaking, however long it took, you're now swiftly moving on, and you're actually going to make some good progress in overcoming the difficulties of that relationship. So your advice here is the Nine of Wands. You're almost there. The Nine of Wands and the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. When I see these two cards, it's basically you may be on high alert from now on. I don't think that you're the type of person that's going to give your heart too regularly to other people after all of the issues that you've had to confront in the past with previous lovers who behaved in this manner. And perhaps this was the universe that was showing you that maybe you needed to stand up to this person in order for you to level up on an emotional level, on an emotional front. However, your advice with this Nine of Wands and the Six of Pentacles in the reverse, It's kind of cautioning you to be careful about being too closed off. Just spot the red flags, know what to do with them, and then move forward. That way you don't feel cloistered, because if you shut down your heart chakra, that can actually cause some adverse effects, including attracting people who have closed off heart chakras as well, because the universe tends to reflect who we are and what kind of energy vibration we have at that time. So that's it for today. Just a short, quick check-in reading, love reading for the different signs. This has been the reading for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Thank you so much for joining this reading for today. I do appreciate it. If you like what you see here, please be sure to give a like and subscribe, and please ding the notification bell so that you don't miss any updates. And also, if you would like a personal reading, feel free to reach out to me at the information provided in the description box below. Should be a blink link, as I'm going to start calling it. Thanks again. Until next time, see you soon. Love and light.